Hello, in this tutorial we'll create our first Angular app. In the previous tutorial we have set up development environment and we have node modules installed in our system. So for creating a project I'm creating a directory named as app. Our whole application files contain in this folder. Now let's create a new file called app.component.ts. Say OK. Now import component from @angular/core. Now export class, say app component, and I'm writing a property, say name, and assign a string called Angular2. So to tell Angular that this is a component, we will write @component decorator here. So now selector, the selector property tells Angular to display the component inside a custom my app tag in the HTML. Now template, so template property contains HTML on which component is applied. Say h1, and we have hello, and I'm binding this name property to this template. Now let's talk about some best practices. So the best practice we are following here is whenever you write a component, module, service, anything, then you need to remember few points. That is, all letter of file should be in lowercase, and the file name and the class name should be same except one difference. That is, class name starts with uppercase letter and contains camel cases, and if class name contains camel cases, then file name should contains dot followed by another name. Usually the first part of our file contains the directory name which it is written, in which it is written. Now let's create a new file, say app.module.ts. So import ng module, say this is the root module of our application, from Angular core, and all the sub modules are imported here. Import browser module, and remember root module must import browser module because it registers critical application service providers. Angular slash platform browser. Now import this component, app component, from dot means it points to current directory. Now I'm creating a class, say app module. So here export means it is available to all the other packages, say ng module decorator, and here I am writing imports. So imports are a property used to acquire imported module features like browser module, and say declarations array tells Angular which component belong to which module. As you can see here, app component belongs to app module. And Bootstrap, so to launch the application by bootstrapping this root app module, so I'm writing app component here for bootstrapping this module. Now to bootstrap root module, I am creating main.ts. So this is a application entry point file here. So say import platform browser dynamic. So there are many ways to bootstrap an application. The variations depend upon how you want to compile the application and where you want to run it. So from Angular platform browser dynamic, say import the root module, that is app module, from this current directory, say app.module, and don't need to write the whole extension name. Say platform browser dynamic. Say, so this is the function which is used to bootstrap an Angular application, and dot bootstrap module, and under this parenthesis I'll provide app module. Yeah, so this is how we create all these three files. Now let's create this index.html. Yeah, say title Angular example 1. Now you need some JavaScript libraries to run our application. Let's add one by one. Say script source node modules. First I need is shim.js, so which brings a new API to an older environment. Say shimmin.js. Yeah. No. Second is I need zone.js for change detection of any asynchronous process. So zone.js, set dist zone.js. Yeah. The third library I need is reflect.js to provide reflection. Say reflect metadata, reflect.js. Now I need system.js. So system.js is a module loader that can import modules at runtime. And alternatively, you can have webpack, but in this application we are using system.js. Now to configure root module in index.html with system.js, you need to write some configuration files. So for that I have already created that config file for you. Open the downloaded config file folder and copy this systemjs.config.js and paste it under the project root directory, say under the example 1. Okay, yeah. So in systemjs.config we have configured all the required Angular module and map that modules. As you can see, I map app folder and all the Angular bundles and other libraries. So as you can see, we map this at the red Angular core with core umd.js from node modules Angular core bundles and here core.umd.js. So this is how we map all this, and this at the red Angular core is available to all this component or modules. So here packages which defines to load what type of file. Here it loads main.js, which will produce by the TypeScript compiler from the main.ts from the app folder. And here the default extension is JS. So now let's add this systemjs.config.js file in index.html, say script src systemjs.config.js here. Then load app module, which is mapped to app folder as specified by the configuration in systemjs.config. Say system.import app dot catch. If I got the error function, so error, and print this error message in the console. Error. Yeah. And I'm writing app component selector here. Say status is loading till the component renders the template here. Loading. Yeah. So we have created all the required files, and as we are using Node to compile and run our app, so here in package.json, say as you see under this script we define TypeScript compiler and server. Here TSC is TypeScript compiler, which converts TypeScript into JavaScript by looking tsconfig.json, and we have configured light server for deploying our app. So when we start npm, it first compile the files and then deploying our app onto the light server and loads the app into the browser. And here -w means it is running in the watching mode. And apart from light server, you can use any server which you like Tomcat, Apache 24, XM, etc. So we have done this. Now let's start. Type the following command, say npm start. Yeah, so here it is compiling and compilation complete. Yeah, and it is running and deploying the application onto the light server and loads that application into the browser. Yeah, and I got this hello Angular2 app. So here it is running in the watching mode. So that means if I change any file, let's say open a component, and here say I'm changing this hello name to hello from. So here as you can see file change detected, and it's start compiling and then deploying onto that light server, and then reloads the browser again. And here I got the result. So as you see, I got the JS and map.js file corresponding to all TS file on the left side. And so that's it. We created a basic Angular app, and I hope you understand the concept to build Angular app, and you can check out this example from GitHub. Thanks for watching.